everybody. I'm Miss Hayden, and thank you for joining me here at Virtual Storytime at the Bartlesville Public Library. So hopefully everybody had a good Thanksgiving and is ready for some stories and for some songs. Yay! So I don't want to forget, we're going to do our welcome song first and then we'll get into our first story. So, everybody join me. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? I hope you all are good and hopefully you all remembered the words to the welcome song. I bet you did. It's only been a week. So, okay, we're going to read two stories. We're going to do one story and then songs with the viola over here out of the frame, and then we'll do another another story after we do songs. Okay, our first story. Nobody hugs a cactus. That's a cactus right there. We're going to meet him and get to know him here in a little bit. So, Carter Goodrich wrote this story. Hank lived in a pot. The pot sat in a window. The window looked out at the empty desert. It was hot, dry, peaceful, and quiet, just the way Hank liked it. Out of practice at reading stories, apparently. But every now and then, somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank," Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. It happens to be a beautiful day here. If you haven't noticed, I bet you have. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. Hank was happy again. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello," shouted a tortoise. "Private property," yelled Hank. "Keep out!" The tortoise was so frightened he hid in his shell. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit dashed by. "Hiya, Prickles," she shouted. "My name isn't Prickles," Hank yelled back, "and stay out of my yard." "Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits, what's next?" said Hank. A coyote came loping by. "No dogs allowed," Hank yelled. "I'm not a dog," said the coyote, "and you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside." Before Hank could yell back at the coyote, a cowboy strode past. "Keep off the grass!" shouted Hank. "What grass?" said the cowboy. "Seems to me somebody needs a hug. Too bad nobody hugs a cactus." "Hi," said Lizard. "Who invited you?" said Hank. "And just in case you're wondering, I don't want a hug." "That's good," said the Lizard, "because I don't want to give you one." Then he skittered away. An owl landed on the roof. "If you're looking for a hug," said Hank, "well, I guess I could give you one." "Who? Me?" said the owl. "You must be joking." And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little lonely. Oh, so this book has seen a little extra love. It's a little beat up. The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug wouldn't be so bad after all. The wind began to pick up. An old cup blew by and stuck to Hank's face. His arms were too short to get it off. "Great," said Hank. After a while, Rosie came bouncing by. "I'll get it off you, Hank," she shouted, and she jumped up to knock the cup off Hank's face. Then she tumbled away. Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie. He felt bad about all the other times he had been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Hank decided to grow the best flower he could and then give it to Rosie as a thank you gift. It took days, but at last it was ready. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again. When at last she finally did come bouncing back, Hank held out the flower. "Look, Rosie," he said, "I grew it just for you." Rosie was so surprised she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. It felt so nice. Hank didn't want to let go, and as things turned out, he couldn't. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. But they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than stuck all alone. So that's the end. So that was Nobody Hugs a Cactus. I thought that was rather a fun book. So, time for songs, yay! So, we're gonna start with Twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And you're gonna sing again. Very good. So I don't really have a theme with the songs today, so I think we're just gonna do Wheels on the Bus next. So let's sing it together first. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut. I think I got that backwards. Let's try again. The doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. Apparently it's a Monday. So I'm going to play and you guys can pick whichever verse you want to sing. Very good. Oh. So, I think it's time for some little ducks to go swimming. I think let's go with two little ducks. Two little ducks went swimming one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 but only one little duck came back. So now you guys are gonna sing. Okay. I think we should do the ABC song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time won't you sing with me? And we're gonna do it again. And you're gonna sing. Very good. Learning that alphabet helps us in the future when we read. Well, learn to read, I should say. And yep. So we're gonna wrap up songs today with If You're Happy and You Know It. So, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, so then you guys can stomp, clap your hands, whatever you want to do. Very good. Lots of good singing today. Okay, nothing's gonna cooperate. Stay upright. Okay, well, we're gonna finish things off today with another story. So this is Two Dogs on a Trike. Oh, and I should say it's by Gabby Snyder, and the pictures were done by Robin Rosenthal. One dog stands alone. Two dogs on a trike. Three dogs on a scooter. Four dogs on a bike. Five dogs on a trolley. Six dogs on a train. Seven dogs on a ferry. Eight dogs on a plane. Nine daring dogs on a hot air balloon. 10 dogs. Wait. I wonder what's going on. That's not a dog. So apparently it took him this long to notice that there was a cat hanging around? 9 fleeing dogs on a hot air balloon. 8 dogs on a plane. Seven dogs on a ferry. So a ferry is a boat that carries people short distances. So we don't really have ferries around here because they're landlocked. But if for some reason, there wasn't a bridge across the Arkansas River near Tulsa, you'd have to take a ferry. Well, hopefully there'd be a ferry. So there would be a boat across the river. That's a ferry. 6 dogs on a train. 5 dogs on a trolley, 4 dogs on a bike. So we don't have trolleys anymore either, but we used to have a trolley around here. So it's basically a small train within a town. 3 dogs on a scooter, 2 dogs on a trike. One dog stands alone. Two cats on a trike. And do you see anybody hanging around? So that was 2 dogs on a trike. That was our second story. Our first story was Nobody Hugs a Cactus. So those will be back available for anybody to check them out, because I'm going to check them back in so that you guys can get them if you come in. So we are wrapping up for today, but I just want to remind everybody that we do virtual Storytime weekly, Monday at 11 a.m. on the Bartlesville Public Library Facebook page. And then we also have in-person story time still. So that is Wednesday and Thursday, 10 and 11. So 4 times a week we do in-person story time. And then the 5th time is with me online virtually. So you can do this option, or you can come in and see us. So in person is clear on the other side of the library, over in the Storytime room. I am in one of the meeting rooms right now. Well, we hope to see you soon again, either with me online, or I should point out that the in-person story times are with Miss Laura. I do not do them. So anyway, hope to see you in a week, and stay warm and have a good week. Bye everybody.